And also, during this whole period, Artlife was cloned on 3 different continents by other people who saw it and admired it and thought it would be really an easy way to make a lot of money.
Did they have the longevity of 25 years?
Well, after the first year or two, they would find out it was a terrible way to make any money at all, and it was far too much work for far too little profit. So they all went by the wayside. But it was cloned in Germany and Japan and New York a few times and a couple other places as well. But all the clones came and went.
Well, as an homage, pretty much, to 25 years of art in our country and other countries, who would it be on your dream list, your wish list, to have a collection?
Well, I would like to stay with my original concept of having it go to the best possible places. So I've always liked the idea of libraries which would enable public access so that many people could see the issues. Not necessarily public libraries, but public access.
Right.
Being associated, libraries associated with educational institutions or contemporary art museums. And this already is the case with many of the collections and libraries and archives. So I would like to continue that, and also any private collection where the works could actually be appreciated for what they are.
Now, are you going to show us a little tidbit of what is involved in the book? Possibly the 25-year edition?
We can go through some of the pages from the 25th anniversary issue, which was the final issue.
It's wonderful.
And I'll have to give you a little background on this first. The cover on this final issue consists of a 2-pound ceramic tile, which was hand-formed in Los Angeles by California Tile Company, which was the originator of the Malibu tile line, which was very popular in California in the 20s and 30s, and it's in most of the historical homes in California. So the tile was handmade by them and mounted on a hardcover. So each volume of this last issue is actually a hardcover book with the tile mounted on it, but surrounding the tile is a wooden frame, all of which was also hand cut and screen printed with gold lettering on it.
And there's your formula.
Right, this is the original formula that I had on the very first cover of the very first issue in January of 1981. And it still reads, "Art is to life as life is to art. Art equals life, life equals art." So that was the original concept from January of 1981, and it is the common thread that went through every issue since then, and it still holds true to this day. So the first cover on the first issue was done at the public library with a roll of nickels and a pay Xerox machine. So this last one I did in the most elaborate way I could imagine, because I wanted to do something that would never be duplicated again. And I think I can safely say that this will never be duplicated again.
Safely.
So rather than the soft cover issue, we have a hardcover issue for the 25th anniversary. And so the front and back leaves have miniature versions of some of the past covers of the past issues, and they are actually laminated inside the front and back cover of the final issue. And then inside the cover is our traditional transparent plastic cover with the silkscreen headline on it. And I always use the transparent cover so that the headline could be easily lifted off of the artwork, and the artwork could be easily revealed in its perfection and entirety without disturbance or interference by the headline. And on this particular cover, I have photographs that were hand printed by a Ventura artist named David Rivas, who actually took these photos and then went into the darkroom and printed 150 of them by hand in the darkroom, all on some very exotic paper that has a mylar coating on it to enhance the colors and bring out whatever you print over the paper.
Beautiful.
And as with every issue, since the inception on the first page, we have the list of artists with the origin. So it lets people know where the work has come from. And then for a cover letter in this particular issue, I have a 25-year synopsis of what happened with Artlife. So pretty much the entire history is on that one page. But also behind that is a reproduction of the very first issue from January of 1981.
Amazing.
And you can see the formula more clearly there. Art is to life as life is to art. Art equals life. Life equals art. That was the first time the formula was in print on the very first issue. And the drawing on the same page, drawing the formula, is my hand drawing the formula on the page. And that's actually the only drawing that I ever did with my left hand, because I was using my right hand holding a pen as the model for my left hand doing the drawing of the formula. So that first issue was only 4 pages, so I have it in its entirety here. And
What a
then,
strange trip it's been.
yeah. And then we start with the original artwork, assemblages and collages and other pieces that are in the interior.
And everything's three-dimensional, it looks.
Well, not every page is, but as many as humanly possible are three-dimensional. And by this time, we've also incorporated, this is a portrait that was done. This was actually a painting that was 4 feet by 6 feet, which is in the collection of the local art museum. This is a wonderful